So as far as myself, I mean, it goes back to being a tortured 10-year-old, seeing shrinks when I was 12 after almost blowing the head off of a family member that was making my life really hell. Uh, First time I'm ever mentioning that. And going to a therapist and everything, and then at 16 being back at the therapist, because it wasn't so much about being depressed because of what was going on in my family. It was more being depressed about what was going on with me. But my anxiety was so bad by that point that I couldn't go to school anymore. I mean, I just literally, I could not go. I couldn't be around people. I didn't know how to handle my own well of emotions that I was keeping behind these gates, that I was so afraid that those gates were going to open up and I was going to hurt somebody. And so I quit school and got my GED. It's not that I wasn't capable of anything in school other than the anxiety was too much. And then I realized, by doing the opposite of what my mind is telling me to do, that's getting me out of this. I didn't want to get out of bed. I just wanted to lie in bed all day. So I would force myself to put on clothes and go to the mall and walk around. And didn't have to interact with anyone. I just needed to do that as like a medication, just to force myself. And it felt horrible. I was like, God, I don't want to be doing this. This is it feels so wrong and unnatural, because all I want to do is lie in bed and do nothing and disappear and not face anything and just get it all, just, I'll worry about it in 20 years or whatever. Just, I don't want to think about it. I don't want to live it. I don't want to live. So what I would do is, to get out of it, is I would go out and live. And I'm not saying go out and run to parties and be fake. You don't want to do that, because that's going to make you feel worse if you're being fake. Cannot do that. But what you have to do is you have to kind of be tough with yourself and say, all right, the way I'm going to get out of this is to just do the opposite of whatever my little depression demon on my shoulder is telling me to do. I would say probably the biggest one that really messed my life up was a simple little car accident I had 4 years ago that left me with the rest of my life battling physical pain 24/7. The way it zaps you of your spirit, your light inside, everything. And life is just unlivable. Imagine where someone says, hey, what'd you do today? It's like, I spent it banging the back of my head into a wall to try and divert the pain. That kind of thing. Like, how can you live and you're going to get depressed? That's one thing. Spending a year with that and having to put a 35-pound double neck guitar around a busted neck and run around a stage for 3 hours while people are giving you every drug and thing they can to get you through the day, while you're just the whole time plotting your suicide and keeping anybody you can around you just so that you're not alone to do it. And sure enough, the first minute I was alone, I tried it. Obviously it didn't work, but that sucked. If you have depression, you gotta do anything that can help. Like a religion, I changed the way I ate. The way I say it is, I only eat food that lived a better life than I did. And within 3 weeks, the pain was pretty much gone. I mean, I had to relearn how to move. I cannot lift things like this. If I do, neck pops, bedridden for 2 weeks. But certain things that I've learned what I can do and what I can't do, and just made the changes in life. I can no longer sleep with a pillow. I have to lie my head flat. Stuff like that, but you figure it out, you make those changes. And that with the food, it fixed things I didn't even know were wrong. My hair got shinier, my balance got better, my mood got better, my body got better. Just by changing what I ate, I felt less sluggish and worn down and fatigued and stressed. it's not going to be handed to you. You're going to have to make choices, and you're going to have to battle through things. You're going to have to lift those weights, and you will be strong, and you will be who you hope you can be. And again, it will not be handed to you. You're going to have to work towards it. You're going to have to put in the effort. You're going to have to be very humble. You're going to have a lot of humility and say, I need to change. I am not perfect. I am not this. I am not that. This is how I can be better. And you can't beat yourself up over your mistakes. You're going to make them. You're going to make a lot of them. The important thing is to not make them twice. If you're not able to be social because you're just too busted inside, the music is social for you. It's your way to share yourself with people. That works. It does. And for all the people that are in that same boat, that are walking those same kind of shoes, that's how we speak to each other. That's our language. This thing isn't a tangible object that is, holding me down and stopping me from living. This is a piece of me. And if it's a piece of me, then I control it. So that's what you got to keep in mind, is that depression is not this separate entity monster, even though it feels like one, that controls your life and imprisons you. It's the other way around. This thing is a creation from you. It is something that you manufactured out of the things that hurt you. But you control it. And you can just say, yep, those things happened, but I'm not going to let those things define my life, and I'm not going to try and hurt it by punishing myself and saying, look what you did to me. No, you can't do that, because you're only hurting yourself, because that thing doesn't even exist. So what you got to do is you got to put it in perspective and just say, all right, I've created this manifestation of my hurt, this monster, this depression monster, and I've assigned it to be, my master. And you just have to say, wait, what the fuck am I doing? This is stupid. It's like, no, you go. Stay in the corner. Don't move. No, face the corner. Yeah, just stay right there. I'll tell you when to move in 90 years, when I'm dead. And that's it. You have to really put it in perspective and realize that you control it. It is under your control and under your power. And you could just like that just say, no, I'm done with you. And just take all that baggage and just let go. Done. Not carrying it anymore. It's that simple. It really is. But you have to be willing to let go. You matter, you're needed, and you rock.